Imagine a world without jazz, gospel, or hip hop music. These iconic genres all find root in African American music. As an African American who loves music and has special interest in African American music, I've explored both its impact and history. It's amazing to see how this music has shaped our modern music as we know it today. African American music tells a cultural story that mixes both tradition and transformation as well as strength. It also has a lasting impact on music around the world. Today, I will explore the traditions and history of African American music, share both my personal involvement and experiences within this culture, and discuss an issue affecting the music's development. According to Wikipedia, in the late 18th century, African American spirituals, or Negro spirituals, originated amongst Southern slaves who embraced Christianity, adapting adapting to their experiences as African Americans in America. These spirituals were sung collectively in plantation fields and in hidden gatherings like invisible churches and black churches. Influenced by West African musical traditions, enslaved and free Americans created new melodies infusing themes of slavery, hardships, and the hope for freedom in their songs. Some examples of African American music are blues and jazz, which became popular in the early 1800s and made black music richer. Blues songs were about the artist's personal feelings and struggles, while jazz was more about creativity and emphasized playing together in new ways. Both both type of music showed how important communities were in black music at the time. African American music like blues and jazz show high context communication in its music and lyrics, showing deep emotions and connections within the community without always saying it outright. In genres like hip hop and R&B, there's a blend of high and low context elements. You'll find a mix that tells personal stories directly and also have music that's influenced by cultural traditions. Power distance in African American music refers to who's seen as more important or influential within the music scene. It's like how some artists or styles get more respect and attention because of their impact and connections with the industry. Competition and cooperation were key in shaping African American music, like blues and jazz. Musicians competed to stand out and improve their styles. At the same time, they worked together, sharing ideas to create new sounds and techniques. The balance between competing and collaborating made a strong community and influenced the evolution of these genres. Okay, now let's transition to the next topic. Now that we've explored the history and cultural significance of African American music, let's shift our focus onto a more personal perspective as we get into my own experiences in this musical culture. Growing up in an African American household, I was lucky to be surrounded by an appreciation for our musical traditions. My family celebrated and cherished African American music, which shaped my life in meaningful ways. Being surrounded by African American music provided me with a connection to my roots and community. This experience not only expanded my musical interests, but it also deepened my understanding of social and historical context. Now that we've looked at my African, now that we've looked at why African American music has had such a big impact on me, let's talk about why it's often feels like everyone is taking elements from black music without giving credit or understanding its origins. So now I'm going to talk about an article, and this article highlights why black Americans feel like people don't give them credit for their own music. The article talks about how African American music has been embraced and sometimes appropriated by mainstream culture, often without proper recognition or understanding of its origins. The mix of pride and frustration when seeing non-black artists enthusiastically embracing elements of black music. It's a conflation of pride and chagrin I've always felt anytime a black person inhabits blackness with gusto. This quote reflects a blend of pride and discomfort experiencing when observing a white person adopting aspects of black culture. Now that we've talked about the article, let's transition into our next topic. We're going to summarize what we've explored about African American music from its rich history and personal significance to the challenges it faces today. Now let's reflect onto the lasting meaning of African American music on our culture and society. In summary, our exploration has created the cultural significance of African American music, showing an evolution from spirituals to modern genres like jazz and hip hop. We've shown the personal impacts of this music, showing how it shapes identities and deepens cultural connections. Lastly, we've acknowledged the compensatory challenges, including underrepresentation and cultural appropriation that threatens the integrity of African American musical traditions. Thank you. Have a good day.